Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. Unapologetic, the podcast. We are back. Dre, Reg, coming at y'all with another episode. Happy to be back. What's good with you, my man?
Well, I'm alive, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's been a crazy 2 weeks for me, dog, or 10 days, whatever you want to call it. My daughter popped up with the damn pink eye. Right? So that happened. So we had to get that under control. My son locked everybody out of the bathroom. Had to get that under control. And then my damn dog, his nails are so long, he clipped his nails running behind me. He clipped his damn nail at the base of his paw, like his paw pad.
It's meat. So I didn't know that. I never knew that until when I had dogs. Yeah, they have meat. Yeah, so you can't cut them too. Yeah.
Bro. But so he messed his up at the base, like.
Damn. So he was bleeding all over the place.
Huh?
So he was bleeding all over the place?
Oh my God, bro. I stepped outside. The crazy story is, so, I called a locksmith because I couldn't figure out how to unlock the door. I took the handle off and everything. But I was mad, obviously. So, I sat on my bed, I woosad, I went back to it like, man, I'm not about to call nobody to give them no motherfucking $150 to come fix this damn door. I looked at it, I got my Gerber, got to a Call of Duty. He was like, yo, I'm already outside your house. I'm like, all right, cool. So he like, yo, just pay me the service fee. I'm like, what's the service fee? It's like, cool 30, give me 30. I'm like, all right, give you 30, man, for your time. I'll give you 30, dog. Adonis is taking a nap. Mind you, he's taking a nap because I had to leave work early because the AC in the whole building at daycare shut down. It broke down. I'll go in there, some motherfucking sauna in that bitch. Right? So that happened during the day, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I come back in the house, bro, by the door. It's a trail of blood for like at least 15 to 20 feet. And I'm like, first thing I know, I'm looking for my little boy, like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So but I saw Blanco limping around. So I got him into the ER today, man. And they sedated him. I try to tell people, man, Blanco ain't no bitch, man. They came out there, was like, yo, we got to put your man to sleep because we trying to touch this junk. This nigga ain't going. Right. And then like he's strong as fuck. So you know what I'm saying? But he gonna be all right, man. They shaved it down so that it doesn't touch the floor when he walks. And gave me some antibiotics for him and shit like that to get him right, dog. So needless to say, I'm here, dog.
Eventful.
Man, what's up with you though?
Well, I mean, as you know, everybody can see I'm not in Unapologetic Studios. Hence the echo, the background, the audio probably sounds a lot different, but
undisclosed location.
Yeah, we gotta feed the streets.
Right.
But I mean, I'm tired, man. Just a lot of running around, back and forth, up and down the road all week. Just tired, man. That's it. And it, it all hits you, at once. You feel good, and then like 2-3 days later, the culmination of everything just hits you. You're like, man, I'm so fucking tired. You know what I'm saying? But I've been feeling good all week, but I've been running, like ripping and running. But it just like all hit me today, and I'm like, fuck, I need to sit my ass down. Yeah. So that's my plan tomorrow, man. But I mean, even with that, I still got some shit to do, some moving around. So I mean, you know, that's part of life, man. You know, things that we do, you know, when for to to help out other people, and you know what I'm going, but whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. I mean, man, outside of that, everything's good, man. You know, talk to my baby yesterday, fashion, and got to really see more, because every time I talk to her grandson, he's asleep,
Yeah.
or he's fussing. So yesterday he was like, I don't want to say behaving, but he was more calm, like he was up, eyes moving around. He's doing so. I got to see more of him. Me and her really like had a talk. Got to talk because her life has been like super hectic since she had.
Yeah. Of course.
So, yeah. So that was good, man. And outside of that, everything's great, man. Shania's about to start school. Hell, everybody about to start school. Well, they're school kids, but
Yep.
yeah, man. We are going to St. Martin next year. Anybody that's listening that want to go, St. Martin, June. Fuck, I forgot the dates. It's June something though. In June. You know what? Let me get these dates. I know someone will be like, you ain't saying nothing about the dates. June. I think the 20th through the fuck, I don't know.
More to follow.
Yeah, waterfall. That's how tired my ass is, so to say. But yeah, more to follow. But if you go to Unapologetic St. Martin on Facebook, you'll definitely know. June 20th through the 25th. June 20th through the 25th. But anyway, go to the Facebook page, Unapologetic St. Martin, and there will be more to follow, like Dre said. So
Sure.
there we have it, man. Let's get to the shits, man. Let's get to the sports, dog. So first, before we get to the main event, I want to talk about this nigga TJ Dudley from Clemson. You heard about him?
Yeah, I heard about this clown.
I mean, they ain't much to talk about, but it's just funny as fuck. But for those that are unaware, allegedly TJ Dudley, who was a linebacker for the Clemson Tigers, but he's now transferred to Ole Miss, right?
Yep.
Yes. So allegedly, he was secretly filming the players in the locker room when they were naked, and uploading the photos and videos to OnlyFans.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
As sick as it is, I will say that is very clever.
Yeah.
It is very clever.
Right.
Because you probably think about how many of them college kids or are girls are getting a hold of it and like, let me see what Buddy working with. Let me see this. Let me see that. And then you got weirdos that are probably Clemson stands.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing. You know what I'm saying? All type of weirdos. I think he makes some good money.
Yeah.
But you are one sick fuck.
I'm telling you, nigga, listen. Gotta be.
Asses will be beat. That was me.
You absolutely right. And for a nigga just to even think of that, like, well, and like you said, I mean, it like the motherfucker had a plan. It was thought through. Like, who would think of some shit like that?
Who the fuck? How did you come up with that?
Right.
I don't know.
I wish they would disclose how much money he made on that shit. I'm pretty sure he probably made some good money.
Yo, he had to make some good dough, bro. He had to.
Because it's a fetish for everything. I'm pretty sure, like you said, there's some weirdo niggas out there that want to see that shit. And then there's some girls out there that want to see what such and such, who such and such, well, they working with or whatever. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Clarissa Shields challenging Keith Thurman.
Girl, cut it out.
She's serious. Super serious.
She must not know who Keith Thurman is.
She knows. She said as far as in boxing skills, she said she got him. She can beat him. Boxing skills. She said she may not have the power he got, but boxing skill. And of course, Keith Thurman is not even entertaining the shit. He's looking for Crawford.
Right, of course he is. So is him and every other fighter on the planet.
Exactly. But yeah, Clarissa.
Keith Thurman, dog. I don't know if you're familiar with Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman is a fucking brawler.
Yeah. She thinks she can beat him on boxing skills.
He can do that too.
Yeah.
He will knock her to, I don't know, maybe the 5th or 6th row. Legit. Let's calm down, man. You know what I mean? Hold your horses. It's cool. It's entertainment. I mean, I think for the sport, I mean, not much is to be said. You know, it's not gonna happen. But I mean, you know, like I give her props for wanting to shake the room when it comes to women's boxing. You know what I mean? I give her kudos for that. But that's where it stops.
Right. Even if she's blocking the punches, they gonna take a toll.
Man, come on.
Quick.
Come on.
How far do you think we're away from seeing women can compete or go against men in any of these sports, whether it's boxing, basketball, football? We'll be closer to tennis and some other sports, I think, before those 4 heavyweights, the boxing, baseball, football, basketball.
I think it'll be so barbaric. It'll be too barbaric to have men and women in boxing. So I don't think we will ever see that.
I think it's too barbaric in football as well.
Oh shit, yeah. Come on. Like, cut it out.
They can't put them in there though.
Yeah, I saw, forgive me for the young lady, for forgetting the young lady's name, but I saw a young lady got a full ride to a school that she played DB. She plays DB, not a kicker. Just put it out there. So, you know, for not saying that I'm not for women's sports, but the integration, man, like, let's just be serious.
Right.
Scientifically, it's just not the right.
I'm with you. Even when I saw that, they had a rumor that whatever draft that Brittany Griner came out in, that she would have been a first-round draft pick in the NBA had she went to the NBA. And I was like, all right, okay. Mark Cuban said he would have drafted. I don't know who he drafted that year.
Yeah. Mark, just shut up. How about that?
And you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't think there's no way. Brittany Griner is not. She's not a starting center in the NBA. She's not a backup center in the NBA. I don't think so. You remember the Olympics when they was telling well, I don't know whether they was joking or not. They was telling DeMarcus Cousins that she was better than him, and she was trying to challenge him to a one-on-one game.
I wouldn't have did it either.
Are you serious? Yeah, I would, man. Niggas don't know DeMarcus Cousins was a dog.
Hey,
in his heyday,
and can still come in the league and dominate. Not dominate every center, but he can dominate.
Right.
In my opinion. But unfortunately, I highly doubt that we would ever see that.
No. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We had the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a fight. It was supposed to be a fight.
Yeah.
What turned out to be not so much.
The bloodbath.
Yeah. It ought to be a masterclass. That's what a masterclass on how to counter.
Hey, man, look. All I'm gonna say is this. And for those who don't know, we're talking about Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence, right? And the fight was stopped in the 9th round with Bud Crawford putting on a clinic.
About five nice shots.
A clinic.
Yeah.
In boxing, and you know, shout out to him and his camp, and he's been waiting on this for a very, very long time. You know, he was shut out. He didn't get his shot until, you know, he's 35. He's been fighting since 2000, shit, whatever. 8. He's been fighting since 2008, and he just now got his big time fight Saturday, and he showed up and he showed out, Rich.
He did. He did. Like I said, he put on a master class. To me, it was more what was in it's how he fight, but the impressive, the way he did it was impressive, very impressive. How he countered, how he, you know, it's almost like he baited him into punching so he could, you know, counter.
And that counter was so lethal.
Caught him with everything, every time.
Yeah.
Even the rounds that Spence kind of looked good in, he still didn't look good. After that second round, after the first knockdown,
listen,
it was like
they say he won the first round. I mean, it is what it is. Like the first round was like it wasn't entertaining at all. But after that, man, I mean, Bud settled in. I thought they would not get busy as two fighters in the sport that have that are skilled and that, you know, I didn't think that they would really get busy until about the 5th round. Right. Yeah.
My bad. I was trying to open my garage.
No, you're fine. Bud he smelled it. I mean, Bud saw blood. He saw a good meal. He saw it. It was too easy. Counter punching, and people fail to realize, you know, this is a right-handed guy who beat this man in southpaw stance.
So after that knockdown in the second round, to me it was almost like you couldn't even recognize who Spence was. Like you it was like this definitely ain't the fighter that, you know, I thought, you know, because as you said, I thought, you know, it would probably be a little more entertaining. It's not like one is just a lot better than the other.
1 second, Ray. It's the only one you got? This is what you use? Okay. You don't? Okay. Bring me the one out of your brother's room. Okay. Please hurry up. Take him with you. Go. Sorry about that, man. Family stuff. But yeah,
but yeah. So after the knockdown in the first round, and the way that happened, it was so fast and slick. I thought Spence slipped. I thought then when we saw the replay, I'm like, no.
No, he caught him.
It happened so fast. That's how fast that counter was.
He caught him with a beam.
Yeah, sure did.
Like you said, he hit him with the same punch.
So, and after that, you know, to me after that it was over. It was over.
Actually, yeah. Majority of the people who know boxing and bet me, they sent me my money soon after. By the ninth round, I had well over 75% of the bets.
It was cashed out almost.
Damn near. Well before the ninth round. I'll say around the seventh round, I'd already got my money.
Yeah, so me and Sheree was watching. I think it's about fifth, sixth round. We was like, this ain't gonna go the distance. It ain't gonna go the distance. It was looking bad. And I texted you right before the fight. When I saw Bud's face, I said,
You said it.
I said, hey, Bud had an eye of the tiger. Rocky, he had the eye of the tiger.
I just wanted to be clear. I'm like, you talking about, Bud getting busy? Is that what we're talking about? Because I have to agree with you. Take him with you, baby.
Yeah, the eye of the tiger. I said, nah. I agree. I said, he looks a lot more focused than Spence does.
But also, too, let's talk about this, too, before we get up out of here, out of the sports. Be clear, Spence, was tossed from a car going 120 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Roy Jones said it best. Like when you go through something like that in a violent sport like what this is, you add that on top of the trauma that happens when you're getting hit in your motherfucking skull time after time after time. I don't give a fuck how good of a fighter you are. Your body is not going to be the same. Right. And like, did he fight since then? Yes, he did fight since then. Of course, yeah, he did. But did he fight a formidable opponent? Obviously not. And I'm not taking him away from Bud because Bud is if not my favorite fighter, I mean he's definitely 1A, 1B of my favorite fighters with it being a toss-up between him and Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it seemed like it took a toll on him. It seemed like even in the press conferences, you know what I mean? And you look at boxers, their timing is off. You know what I mean? Their reaction timing is off when they're speaking. When they're speaking.
Yeah.
But he just seemed really, really off, man. And he got his ass whipped, Reggie.
He did. And I'm glad that he didn't use any of that. Basically what he said is he was a better fighter tonight.
That's it.
He was a better fighter tonight. Now you got idiots all over social media talking about he looked high. He looked like he had a sip or something before he got like you could look at him. I'm like, the nigga got me.
He got whooped.
Nigga got me. Let's call it what it is. Y'all, we're not gonna give him no excuses. Talking about he looked like somebody said I know what a nigga looked like when they zooted, and he was definitely you can sound like nah.
Let's be realistic, dog. A fighter that magnitude, the biggest fucking fight of your career, and you think he would choose to be smacked?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Come on, man. Find somebody else to play with, dog.
Right. Before we get out of sports, I saw this interesting thing. I'm gonna ask your opinion. It's kind of long, so I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'll like pick things here and there out of it. But it started off by saying Allen Iverson is by far the most overrated player in NBA history. So now I'll give you some of the reasons why they said this. Okay. They said he's the only player in history who can shoot a horrific 34% in the Eastern Conference Finals while having a Hall of Fame coach of the year, a Hall of Fame defensive player of the year, who also was an all-star, and then had somebody on his team that was a sixth man of the year, and he got credited for doing everything by himself. There is some truth to that.
Okay.
Let me see. They talked about Team USA, where he led to a bronze medal. He played more minutes than anybody. He missed more shots, took more shots than anybody. He never received none of the blame for that Team USA losing. They didn't invite him back the following year, and they ended up winning gold. In 2001, when he won the MVP, he had the lowest field goal percentage of any player in the past 70 years that won the MVP. He shot an atrocious 40% in the playoffs for his career, which is by far worse than his 42.5% in the regular season, which is by far the lowest of any superstar in NBA history. Not even what Russell Westbrook shoots that bad. They said his most memorable playoff performance was in 2001. The shot, he stepped over Ty Lue.
Right.
That's the only time that he has been out of the second round in his career. They said he's never beaten a great team in playoff and in any NBA playoff history. He's never beaten another top 50 player in NBA history.
In the playoff series?
Yep.
Okay.
They went on to talk about when he was playing on the Denver Nuggets. They said he could not get out the first round despite playing with a young, talented Denver Nuggets roster. Denver traded him to Detroit, and then next year, Denver went to the conference finals. Guess what Detroit did? Stopped making the conference finals. I mean, so when you put all this like in a microscope, it's like, this is stuff we know, but you never think about it.
He's the common denominator, is what
right,
you're saying.
Because it's Bubba Chuck, But they went on to say Allen Iverson is the only player whose lone final appearance gets treated as if he won 3 championships, despite others having taken their team to the finals as the lone superstar. He went in his final 7 years, he didn't even touch the playoffs. Damn, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
And only winning 2 playoff games the 3 years before that. They say a lot of his losses and failures get excused, but because of who he is and how he transcended the sport. He made 2 All-Star games in his final 2 years of popularity because his numbers was not deserving. But yeah, so I never knew that he never beat another top 50 player that's considered, these greats. That's on the NBA's top 50 on the 75th team. The shooting percentage, I could have figured that out, but I wouldn't have thought that it would have been 40%, which is not that good, especially for your star player. And he does get treated like he won about three championships.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'll say this. What the man did for the game alone, man, I think glorifies it, or it gives him the green light for the gratification that he gets from fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We've never seen anything like him, so he is a trailblazer. He's a trendsetter. He went against the grain, and he was a dynamic player. But on the other end, you could say, we always say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. So while those are interesting statistics, I cannot agree and say he's the most. What was the phrase? He's overrated. I can't say he's the most overrated player, but I can hear and see why someone would think that. a basketball enthusiast, if you will.
Yeah.
I can see it. You just won't get me to fucking say it.
Right. Yeah. That was interesting though. We can move on. That was just interesting. I saw that and I thought I asked you about it. So let's talk about the pot calling the kettle black. So Lizzo is being sued, right?
Yeah.
For body shaming. Interesting enough. One of her lead dancer right there, right?
I'm not sure which.
I think it is her lead dancer, but she's suing Lizzo for body shaming her. Names were called. And I think this took place in a strip club, if I'm not mistaken. So, and not too long ago, people were getting a lot of flack for body shaming Lizzo.
Right.
And now she's the one body shaming people.
Right.
My.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Let's say allegedly. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, she's also being sued for sexual harassment, including forcing dancers to participate in sex shows for her. Wow, I didn't. Okay. Oh.
Now, I knew about that.
Okay. She forced, so one of the allegations claims Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas protruding out of strippers' pussies. Okay. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the dancers, catching dildos launched from the vaginas and eating bananas protruding from the vaginas, as well as fat shaming them and other things. Wow. Lizzo a wild ass girl, boy.
Who the fuck?
Lizzo a wild ass girl, my boy. Oh God.
It's so much to unpack here, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Who the fuck is Lizzo, first of all, to body shame anyone?
Right.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Are you kidding me? What, like, how? How, Lizzo? Like, how, Sway? How, Lizzo? How, Lizzo?
Yeah.
She got allegedly got people eating bananas out of other people's boxes. Like, what are we doing?
Damn. Yeah, Lizzo.
Did the fame go to her head that much? I mean, what I gotta hear more, you know what I mean? And that's this
Right.
thing I'm focused on, and we'll be able to unpack it and find out what's what. I want to see what she's going to do or how she's going to respond. Are we gonna see a payout?
Yeah. Well, probably. That's usually how it happens. So it was Ariana Davis, one of Lizzo's dancers. She said that after she gained weight, Lizzo held a meeting where she stated that the dancers are getting fired for gaining weight. She was terminated after revealing to Lizzo and her team that she was struggling with an eating disorder. Yeah, pot calling the kettle black. Because motherfuckers going to bat for Lizzo hard.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
People was fat shaming her.
I agree.
She had the nerve to turn around and do that shit.
I agree. I agree.
That's crazy.
So you have no room to talk about anyone's body. I'm just saying.
Fuck no. What do you think about this shit about Dwight Howard being sued for sexual harassment?
So this isn't the first time this has come up about him possibly being a bisexual, correct?
Well, the nigga said he ain't gay. He said he's just freaky.
No, but
I was reading the text messages or the DMs or whatever that shit is, and nigga said, what the fuck he said? The nigga said, yeah, I'm freaky. I'm not gay or nothing. I'm just freaky. But he asked the nigga if he wanted to have a threesome. And he said, with who? LOL. And is this what you want? And Dwight answered and said, a dude, LOL, or a girl, LOL. The fuck? But he's not gay. He said, I'm just freaky. Listen. Listen, I'm not gonna keep name anybody, but I'm gonna call it what it is. If you're willing to lay in bed with another man, or two, or three, or however other men at the same time, you're gay. And it is, I don't. There's no shame in that. If that's what you do, claim it.
Does that make him gay or bisexual?
Bisexual. If we want to be politically correct in those terms, yes, bisexual. Bisexual. He's
if you buy
bisexual.
If you buy, just say that. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't owe the world shit.
Nope. Not at all. But don't try to pull the wool over our eyes and make us think like we don't. Look, we talk about it. Nigga, the shit is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's too many stories coming out. Like it ain't no like. Okay, like listen, one story. Okay, motherfuckers mad. The white ain't, but when you got multiple niggas saying stuff, and then you got the trans community, oh yeah, the white love little man ass, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga.
Yes, that's some wild shit, man. Some wild shit.
And this nigga said his son is in the house. So if you come over, you gotta leave before he wakes up in the morning. This nigga, wow. Whatever. Anyway, so Carlee Russell attorney did a press conference, said what we knew. She basically, and now of course they're pressing charges on her. Well, she's been arrested. They did a mugshot. She was cheesing like a motherfucker, which was strange if anything. Like that let me know right there that there was something going on with her, something wrong with her. But and I think there was 2 charges they were pressing on her, right? Or pursuing.
Yeah, I believe so.
But there'll be more to come for that. As we said last week, they need to get her the help that she needs.
For sure, man.
That's all I really got to say about that. They need to get her. So now she's out of control. The ex-boyfriend, they coming at him because the nigga was making club appearances to tell his side of the story and all this other kind of shit. Like this.
That my man was coming into town looking for love. My man was looking for love to it.
What the fuck, man? Listen,
yo, you had to know this man was going to profit, or he's going to try. Well, whenever he's able to do so legally, this man is going to be on every talk show, every radio station, every podcast.
Listen, they had this nigga on a club flyer.
I know. Anything goes in the chitlin circuit, dog. You know that.
Wow. So to go back to sports real quick, Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
What's your thoughts?
Jim Irsay is a piece of dog shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna start there. That's the owner of the Colts.
Uh-huh.
Jim Irsay is a piece of dog shit. Right? For whomever to put out that this man has a back injury and he's gonna be placed on IR or whatever the case may be to try to veto his Is demand for a trade, bro, is fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm. Now, apparently, Jonathan Taylor failed the physical, right?
Is that what they're saying?
That's what's put out, and I guess people are saying the low mumblers is they're saying that he failed the physical intentionally, so that he didn't have to practice or show up to camp. Well, he of course he's gonna show up to camp, but he can show up and still be present and not get fined. You know, the $50K a day for holding out.
Right. Well,
They playing. It sounds like checkers and chess or whatever you want to call it.
yeah, they're playing a game. He's playing a dangerous game. He is. He's playing a dangerous. But for all this to be going about or going on, and for him to come out and say, "Well, ain't shit wrong with me."
Mm-hmm. Well, now you got to get out there on the field now, right?
Contractually, yes.
Yes. Or take that $50K a day hit.
Contractually, yes. Listen, man, we already know. We talked about it last week about as far as the running back go, how it's a dirty game, and the running back market is fucked up, and he feels like he deserves more money. I think that for what he does for his team and who he is for his team, I will have to agree with him. But I mean, your name's on the dotted line, man. If they don't want to give you a new deal, dog, play your deal out and get the fuck on.
Yeah. That's the thing about these deals, these contracts. Yes, okay. When you sign this, you're not worth what you was when you signed it. The prices went up, but guess what? You gotta honor it, because guess what? If you was worse than what you were when you signed that, you still gonna want that money. You're gonna want them to pay you.
It's true.
So I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
It's true.
Double-edged sword.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if big bank take little bank.
Yeah. Lil Meech was called a Marine camel. Right? Going to some girl's apartment, which he later said that was his cousin. He was helping her bring the groceries in.
All right. Okay.
Everybody in the world, is someone walking saying he was cheating?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently he was only in there 17 minutes. I mean, he's like, I couldn't have been doing nothing for 17 minutes, and that's my cousin. But I'll call bullshit on that, because a nigga can get busy in 17 minutes.
17 minutes is not a long time. Well, 17 minutes, no. Scratch that. 17 minutes of a solid, legit 17 minutes, that's a long time.
Yeah.
When we're talking about straight sex. You pound a woman for 17 straight minutes, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, he wasn't pounding this motherfucker for full 17, but right. I'm just, hey, I don't know, man. The man said he was helping with the groceries, man. I don't know what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they were phantom groceries, dog. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, the joint didn't pick up when he walked through the first time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, man. But Meechy, my boy.
Yeah.
Just Meechy, Lil Meech. I mean, I know what he's saying on Instagram or whatever, right? Right. Yeah. But Meech, if you know it like I know, just buy the whole flower store. Just buy it. Like, just buy it. Just buy the flower store. Like, just buy it. Name it, you know what I mean? Summers, Walkers. Name it Walkers.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. I think it's fucked up, man. And at the end of the day, who knows? I don't know Summer Walker, as a person, or what her her personality, or who she is as a woman or whatnot. But I'll put it like this: based on her songs and being held accountable for her image and her artistry, she had to kick Cuz to the wolves before that shit came out. She had to.
Yeah.
She had to. That's like me saying, or you saying, dog, I'm not messing, I'm not going, I'm not doing this, that, the third with the white woman. And next thing you know, on your IG, you got Becky with the good hair.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
That's the equivalent.
Can't
So whether she wanted to do it or not, I think she didn't have a choice, man, for her image.
Right.
Because you listen to them songs and how, you know, she makes her money, her bread and butter is talking about how she was done wrong and how she had to go and how she had to do this and how she had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now your feet are being held to the fire. What you gonna do? You gonna barbecue? You gonna fucking mildew?
Really believe them anyway. I mean, these motherfuckers got these girls thinking they having hot girl summers, and all these motherfuckers got in long, strong relationships.
Right.
Both of the city girls, deep, strong relationships. Meg, you name it, Carlee, Nicki. But everybody else that follows them, listen to them, love what they out here. They out here trying to have a hot girl summer.
Hey man. That's the American way. If it sells, keep selling it.
Absolutely.
Formula. Formula is the name of the game here in America.
You hit me up last week about Nas. I listened to it.
Okay.
It's Nas. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't. It was better than one of the King's diseases. One of them, I think, is might be better than the third King's disease. It wasn't better than the first Magic to me.
No, it wasn't.
It's a good album. It's not, you know, on par with the other 4 or 5 he's released in the last 2 or 3 years, but it's, you know, it's a breath of fresh air. It's something, you know, because musically we haven't got a lot this year besides Killer Mike and a couple other projects. So you know, I'm satisfied with it. And of course they got to promote it and do, you know, that hype and everything behind it. But I was I'm not gonna say I was let down with the 50 Cent song, but it was okay. It was okay.
Well, I think it was solid. I think it was a prime example of Nas keeping up with the times, but staying true to himself. That's one thing I will give Nas, man. He's able to give his core fans what we like about him, as far as his flow, as far as his wordplay. You know what I mean? Still talking that shit the way only Nas really does.
Right.
Well, I won't say that because a rapper that is very, very similar in my book, very, very similar to Nas. Can you guess who I'm thinking? I give you 2 guesses. Well, one guess.
As far as in what?
As far as you know, just straight talking that shit, man. Wordplay. His style of wordplay.
Talking that shit. Drake?
No. I'm gonna say Raekwon.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Raekwon. And I think they're very similar, right? Very, very similar, you know, as far as, you know, how they style on a beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're very, very similar.
Right.
But he even shot a Raekwon out on the album, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. But yeah, I think he does a good job of giving his core fan base what we know and sticking to what we know, who we know Nas is, but also it could be the beats, it could be him changing up his cadence here and there.
Yeah.
And keeping up. You know what I mean? And I think that's good for him. And I like the album. I thought it was a pretty good album. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not rushing to my Spotify to put on Nas's album though. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And I'm not taking anything away from him. Like when I asked you if you had heard it, right after I told you that, I said, it's a good album.
Okay,
It's a good album.
I feel the same way. It's solid. I'm not like overly impressed by it, but I'm not disappointed either. You know.
While we're on the topic of albums,
Yeah.
Friday, Yo Gotti.
Okay.
How you feeling about it? What are you thinking? Dropped his first single a couple days ago. I listened to it. I have my thoughts on it, but what are you thinking? What are you expecting? DJ Drama, by the way.
So I feel like I'm going to get more of a compilation.
I don't think so.
I hope not, but I feel like that's what I'm going to get, more of a compilation, which I don't want to. No offense to Glorilla, but I don't want to hear Glorilla. A lot of them motherfuckers on that last compilation they dropped. I can do without. I'm good with hearing Money Bag. And
you didn't like the compilation?
Is maybe 3 or 4 songs on I like. I mean, out of 20 some songs, it was overall it didn't do it for me.
Okay.
It didn't do
okay.
it for me.
I went back and listened to the compilation. Probably I think Friday.
Okay.
I think Friday, but I'll let you finish.
Okay. So that's what I think. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get more Yo Gotti than CMG.
Okay.
And that's all I got. But yeah, I can do with, like I said, I can do with Moneybag, 42.
Okay.
And ESTG.
Okay.
I really don't want to hear too many of them. Maybe Black Youngster, man, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hoping, man. I'm really, really hoping that this is you already know you've been my guy for a while, so you already know how I feel about Yo Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
And all his success and what's going on, man. I'm patiently waiting, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that him getting with DJ Drama will be, because last time I think they got together was I Told You So, if I'm not mistaken. A classic. And
Mm-hmm.
So come Friday, man, I'm expecting the same fireworks, I'll be honest. And I also think that he's in a different space than he was when he did I Told You So.
Right.
Big up the shout out to Yo Gotti, man, for bigging up, for pointing out, like, I got my woman, dog, and I told y'all I was gonna get my woman, bro.
I'm super happy for him on that level. I'm super happy on that level for him.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's major.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a good product. I hopefully I think Drama's last 2 or 3. I just he's doing a lot, but hopefully he don't do it wrong.
Honestly, Drama. I think he's just doing this stuff for fun.
Right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, like Uzi signed to Drama, right?
He is.
Okay.
Uzi, Harlow,
Jack Harlow signed to him too?
Yeah. Somebody else. I forgot who.
It doesn't matter who else.
Right. Yeah. Travis Scott. And then we'll leave albums.
Okay, so I listened to it, right? I listened to it. It's got that 90s hip hop feel in the first half. The second half, I can appreciate a little more than the first half. When I first cut it on, I was like, what the fuck is this Will Smith summertime bullshit that we got going on? Like, what is this? What What? What is it?
You know, for me, it just it sounds like that's where we're heading with music. It sounds like was it Donda 2 that Kanye just released? Donda. It sounded like Donda. I didn't hear too much of Donda 2. I didn't like it, but it sounded a lot like Donda. And it it's a hip hop album, but it sounds like it's teetering a little bit. It sounds expensive. It sounds good. I mean, it's Travis Scott, so of course he got the best money, you know, and his whatever production he's gonna get, they're gonna have, you
The
know.
production is A1.
Right, exactly. But I don't know. It's just like, so sonically it sounds good, but you know, you and I, and of course a lot of other people like to listen, understand what's being said. Travis Scott ain't really saying a lot.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
And while beat wise, you know, he had kind of always come through. This one wasn't that for me.
I agree.
And I think every song had at least about 2 or 3 beat changes, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, he does that. He does that.
Yeah,
He does.
yeah.
He does that. Now
Yeah.
he does that. He does that. He stuck to what he usually does. But again, like, you know, and the rollout is going to be huge for Travis Scott because of how this generation sees him.
Right.
But I'm just trying to figure out why they see him that way.
I mean, I still have yet to understand why. You know, I talked to people, they talked about Travis Scott has not missed with an album yet. I disagree wholeheartedly. But some of the standouts to me was the first song with 21.
Okay.
Can't remember the name of it. I think it was Topia Twins or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but the first song with 21 Savage was a standout for me. Of course, I like the Drake verse on Meltdown. I feel
of course. He's talking shit, of course.
Yeah, that's the Drake I like. I like when Drake this shit.
Yeah.
And I think it was about 2 or 3 more, but I don't know, dog. I mean, this album getting a lot of high praise. It's getting a lot of high praise.
Maybe I need to get back into it then, man, because one of my boys, Charles Torrey, he was saying the same thing. Like he got in our group chat and said it was better than Killer Mike's album.
Oh wow.
He reneged later when we pinned his ass to the cross. But even to even ponder that is crazy to me. But that's just me.
I'm gonna give a listen again. I gave it.
I'll give it another listen.
I want to say one. I gave it 1.5 so far. I had went back to the, of course, the for me the heavy hitters, and that was it. I mean the more to come. More to come. For sure. I was gonna get into the Beyonce song, but I mean more to come.
Yeah. I actually listened to, really, honestly, today as I was taking my dog to the ER, I put on Uzi Vert's album.
Okay.
And in my opinion, and I'm not an Uzi Vert fan at all, I think Uzi's album is better than his.
It's funny that you say that because I think, to me, that this is the album that Uzi should have made. I didn't really like the Uzi album. I think that this would have been the album. Because I think this Uzi album is like this is a step up from it. To me, that's what it sounded like. I felt like this would have been the album that Uzi made.
What do you mean?
As far as in, when I listened to this, it reminded me. It gave me that Uzi Vert feel.
Okay, so you don't like his latest album?
Mm.
The Pink, what is it called? Pink, whatever.
Yeah, Pink. Is it Pink? It ain't Pink album. It's Pink something. But yeah.
So you're saying Travis? So you're saying Travis Scott should have? You saying Travis Scott album?
Pink Tape.
Pink Tape. So you're saying Travis? You're saying Travis Scott's album sounds like what Uzi would sound like if he stepped his game up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So you think Travis Scott's album is better than Uzi's?
I do. It's more stomachal, and it's Uzi for me. So that Uzi album sound more of a crossover for me than this one.
Well, that's what he does, though.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Because let's just be honest, he's not going to. I feel like Uzi sells what he sells, and he excels in the rap game. But I think as far as for, I don't want to say hip hop enthusiasts, but I think for people that really know what's happening, or that are in the know when it comes down to rap, the thing that he has on his side is that outside of the gimmicks, quote unquote, that the young man can really rap.
He can rap. He can rap. He can rap. But that's not what he's gonna sell with his fans. Hey, what they want, and that works for him.
What did I say earlier in America? It's about formula, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll get up out of there. All right, so I had this interesting conversation. And basically the question was, why don't niggas fetishize over hood girls, hood bitches, whatever you want to call them, like women do hood niggas?
Because good girls like bad guys, right? One, but I'll be honest with you, bro. I mean, I think I think it goes back and forth. It just all depends on who you are, because, but believe it or not, any of my childhood friends or my friends from college or whatever will tell you, my crush for a very, 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 very long time was Diamond from Crime Mob. You cannot tell me shit about no motherfucking Diamond, dog. All right, I'm talking about before the wigs. Before, I'm talking about, I'm talking about Sanglizzy Twist.
All right, yeah. I thought you were gonna say a little chat or somebody. I was specific.
Wow. God damn, Reggie, don't do me like that, bro. Damn.
You good, because you said one of my Chris. I was like, okay.
No, Diamond.
He's gonna go off the radar a little bit, outside of the norm. His norm. Yeah, I got you. All right.
For sure, Diamond. For sure. I love me some motherfucking Diamond back in the day, dog. So I think it just. I mean, we talk about hood. What do you mean hood? Hood isn't what? I mean, that's subjective. And we always say that when it comes down to subjective. But guess what? What's hood as in what? It's the difference between Beyonce and Cash, dog. You know what I'm saying?
So let me use two of my good friends. So like Tip and Rashad.
Yep.
They will say, give me the nigga that got a stab wound, been shot before, done dance with death, give me, that. But I'm like, but of course these are not the niggas they ever end up with, but these are the motherfuckers that they love and want.
They fantasize about it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other women, but I don't want no woman not like that. Well, I mean, if she been shot or stabbed before, then so be it. But that ain't nowhere on my list of, you know, on any list that I'm like, yeah, this is a check mark. Yeah, oh man, she been shot. Oh my God, bring that ass over here, girl.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, that's getting back to that, like what is hood or rugged, if you will, when it comes down to men versus women, is completely different, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different. So you can't compare the two.
Right. Oh, and don't let him take time.
Yeah, I got it. But at the end of the day, like, again, like the analogy that I just used, like, you know, Beyonce is different from Cash Doll. Cash Doll is a quote unquote street rapper.
Mm-hmm.
She's an elegant motherfucker in my eyes.
Right.
She just talk crazy. She's not Beyonce. She's not Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? She's not that.
True.
So so you can't compare the two, because men and women, you know, the stripes that a man gets are different from the stripes that a woman gets.
Absolutely.
So there's no fucking comparison.
Yeah. And also women get judged more too. So they're gonna be looked at different.
Absolutely.
You know, versus if you want to say, okay, well, these niggas are supposed to be tough, protectors, or whatever else. Okay, well, they might feel like, you know, okay, he can hold his own. He been stabbed, he been shot, or whatever else. So that might fit a narrative for them.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. But yeah, we had a conversation. It was interesting. There was a young lady, and before I go there, I feel like we're too much into other people's business and what they worry about. As far as a relationship, you know, everybody is worried about what somebody else's relationship is, or telling them what a relationship good. Girl, I wouldn't do that, or nigga, I wouldn't do that. But anyway, so there's a surgeon. Sometimes she works up to 13 hours a day, right? She comes home, makes her man dinner because he wants his dinner. And she's comfortable with that and goes on about her day. But so social media is on our ass because they're like, girl, what are you doing? I understand he expects his dinner, but should you come home and be making this man dinner, cooking him dinner after 13 hour shift? Yes, she should. If that's what they do.
If that's the dynamic of their relationship.
Absolutely. I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I don't understand the women that have problems with this. I don't understand why they see something wrong with it.
Me neither. Because if the shoe was on the foot, if the shoe was on the other foot, and a man was working those type of hours, right? What's going to be the same? Oh, well, yeah, he works, yeah, he does that, but his woman still needs her time. His woman still needs what she needs. Well, guess what? That nigga needs what the fuck he needs. And if that's what the dynamic of their relationship is, then so be it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, come on, man.
That's why I said everybody has an idea, or not. Well, not everybody, but I think that's the main issue with a lot of relationship topics and talks, is that people think that a relationship should just be one way, or it's always a comparison. And social media is the key guy. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have the perfect relationship on the outside looking in. And there was this other thing. This guy, there was three guys. They had like a couples outing, three different couples. Two of the other couples came over to his couple's house, and the food was made. Two of the wives made the husband plates, brought it to him. The third wife, she fixed her plate, sat down and started eating. Now, obviously, in their house, the way their dynamic is or whatever they do, she probably don't normally fix his plate. She fix her plate, he fix his plate, they sit down and eat, probably, because she didn't fix his plate, right? So I guess when they got home, he had a problem about it, because these two other guys, their wife made their plate. But I don't see why he would have a problem about it if it's not some shit that they normally don't do. You know what I'm saying?
If that's not your norm, bro, come on, man. Tuck your skirt in, dog.
Absolutely. And we're not going. I mean, yes, you can put on the show or play the game for, your friends, but I mean, if that's what you do, we always use, the open the door thing with me and you. You know what I'm saying? You would say that's something that you never did before. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't, it's not a. Oh, I'm ashamed that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never felt that way. You never came across that way. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you didn't do.
No, I'm gonna stop you there. At one point, I did. At one point, I was like that. Like, bro, I'm not opening up the door for no motherfucking body.
Right.
At one point in my life, I was like that. I don't need to fuck. I'm not. My name ain't Farnsworth Bentley. I ain't opening up. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I did think like that. The younger me for sure, but now, of course, I'm opening the fucking door.
Right. But
might punch in your shit if you tell their door.
But even with that, like it was, whatever lady that you was dating, throughout those times, it wasn't, probably something that they were expecting from you. Okay, he hasn't done it, so he's not, so it shouldn't be a big issue all of a sudden, now that you see somebody else do it for their woman or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? And now she's looking at you like, nigga, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, nigga, we've been dating 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm out. I mean, right or wrong. I mean, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But, I think that's where a lot of relationships go wrong because, it's comparing some other shit to what you got going on. Like you can have a perfect situation.
Right.
One motherfucker do something.
Right.
Your homegirl, your girl can come home and be like, oh, such and such just bought her man a new Benz. He really loved her. Blah, 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 blah. You like, okay.
Oh.
All along, she might want her a new Benz now. Like, shit.
Yeah, I marched to beat my own dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep up with the Joneses, the Jacksons, the Whites, none of that shit, nigga. None of that, man.
Drop that hint on, you know what? My next birthday, I wouldn't mind getting a Benz. Like, I bet you would.
I wouldn't mind hitting the motherfucking lottery tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, hey, congrats, shout out to that lady. Yeah, I'm gonna give her continue to make that nigga meal, his dinner. And guess what? She's gonna be happy in her relationship.
Hey, that's the dynamic.
While some of these other motherfuckers is gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
ain't making no nigga no meal after 13 hours. All right.
Singing motherfucking scissor songs and shit.
Yeah. Yep. Scissor, Walker. Oh, man.
Shout out to Scissor, man. I fuck with Scissor, but I'm just saying.
Absolutely. So Suki, she says that all women have sold their pussy at least once in their life.
Okay.
I know your stance already. I agree with your stance. I agree with that. And it's not in the sense that I guess some people would take it once they hear, that comment being made. Like, no, you're not out here on the corner selling pussy. You're not, you know what I'm saying? But somewhere, somehow, some way, someone has maybe, and this is loosely, taking somebody out to dinner and got some ass after it. Have bought you some flowers, maybe got some, maybe bought you a bag.
Okay. So my question is,
Yo, pay the bill.
my question is, when you go, when you do things out of your way, or you do things for, since we both are heterosexuals, we'll go with, when you do things for women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you do certain things, whatever, whether it be monetary or not, but we're gonna go with monetary. You do certain things for women. Or you show them affection, you go the extra mile or whatever the case may be. But included in that, we're talking about going above and beyond, financially, to show them the nicer things, to as a gesture to let them know that you're interested in them, right? Because that's what not all women, but that's what a lot of women they want to see, right?
Yeah.
You know what that's called?
Pain. Pain.
Pain. But you know what a woman calls it?
What do they call it?
Courting. That's what the fuck they call it, Reggie. And I think that's the biggest crock of bullshit that I've ever heard in my life. Right? In some way, shape, or form, guess what? If you are expecting a man to spend it to get it, you sold your motherfucking pussy, dog. I don't give a fuck, no matter how you slice it. In order for you to get this butt, you have to spend some bread.
You're right about that.
In turn means you have to show me the dollars, which in turn means, hey, guess what? In order for you to sleep with me, you gotta spend something. You gotta show. You gotta do something.
Uh-huh.
Even if I do, even if she does want to give you some ass,
yeah,
you gotta earn it. And how do most motherfuckers?
You have to do something, because if you don't do nothing,
And how do most motherfuckers earn it? By spending some bread. So what does that mean? Sukiana ain't too far off. That's if you ask me. No disrespect to none of the women of Unapologetic Nation. In no way, shape, or form. If that's your shit, then do your shit. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but let's stop lying to ourselves, people. Right. Well, you ain't lying to me, goddammit. Stop lying to yourself. Because I know. Because I was one of those young boys, man, I ain't paying for this. Man, I don't got to pay for this. I don't got to pay for that. Until one day that shit hit me.
And then you think about,
nigga, I've been paying for pussy all my life.
A meal here, went out for some drinks here. Whether you end up going back home and doing something at night or not, it may have been the second or third date. It was a buildup. Because guess what? If you didn't buy no meal here, no drinks here, or none of the other shit, it probably wouldn't have been a second or a third date.
Forget about it.
Get out of here, doggy.
I had a motherfucker tell me the other day. She told her friend, some dude was like, "Yo, meet me at the bar." Obviously, the dingo wanted to fuck, right? He was like, "Yeah, meet me at a bar so we can get to know each other." She told the girl, "Don't fuck that nigga, because if you can't take me on a date and you just want to spend 20, 40 at a bar, then you don't need no pussy from me."
It reminds me of that shit that was posted the other day where the motherfuckers like, "Hey, look, I just want a little bit of your time." I said we link up, at this this nice ice cream spot. We, go there and talk for a little bit. And her response was, I ain't no ice cream type of girl. If you broke, just say you broke. Blah 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 blah. Same shit, bro. It ain't like I don't think that shit always gotta be extravagant. It can, we can have a little meet up here and there. And I still stand on the shit, the fact that a date don't have to include a meal. Who says that? I might just want to meet you for a quick 10, 15, 20 minutes, talk to you, get to know you, you know what I'm saying? And go from there. Whatever. Anywho. So the census says that it's been paid for.
In some way, shape, or form, dog. Reggie, realistically.
I know.
This is a yes or no. This is a yes or no question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pay for pussy?
Yeah, I have paid for pussy. Yeah. in other ways that we talk about.
Yeah. Now ask me. Yes.
Have you bought you some ass? Yeah. Hold on. I paid for pussy and I bought some ass. So let's yeah.
Yes.
Right.
All right, let's cut it out.
Yeah.
Let's cut it out. Cut it out, man. Cut it the fuck out. God, dog.
All right. So as we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, we're gonna end out with a couple questions.
All right.
And let's see what we got here. And so for this question, we'll leave our dynamic out of the equation. Okay, so your lady, and when I say our dynamic, me and you, how we met, our bond, our relationship, how we grew to be friends and everything.
Okay.
So your lady has a best friend or real close good friend that's a man, right?
Mm.
You and her getting married.
Okay.
You're cool with the guy, but you ain't the flyest with him. He ain't one of your niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like you go out and fuck with him, y'all hang out. But she wants him to be your groomsman or one of your groomsmen. Yes or no?
That's not for you to decide. That's not for you to decide.
I agree.
I don't have any. That's not for you to decide.
Right, yeah. Because can one of my homegirls be your bridesmaid?
Fuck no. Because in the back of your mind, you thinking, if this motherfucker get an opportunity, she will put that pussy on my nigga.
Yeah.
Whether you admit it or not.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you. That's something that was out there. Someone asked that. Well, it was a lady that wanted her best friend. I don't know if he was gay or not, but she wanted her male best friend to be a groomsman to her husband.
Put that nigga in a purple tie and have him on your court.
Right. Yeah.
He ain't got to. He don't got to be gay.
Nope.
He don't even got to walk down with nobody.
No.
Shake the room. Fuck it.
Right. I agree with you. Let me see where we at. If you cheated on your lady, can she get her lick back? If that's something that y'all discuss, she asked you, are you comfortable with her getting her lick back?
And she asked me, can she get her lick back?
Let's go with that. Yeah.
No. No. Like, yo, I just really feel like since you did what you did, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do. We call it even. No. No, no, man. No, no. Because I mean it would no. I'm not subscribing to that, dog. Call it selfish, call it whatever you want to call it, but nah, man.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I mean, sadly enough, hey, I made the mistake. I fucked you over. Yeah, I cheated. But we're not gonna do that tit for tat shit. And hey, this shit is gonna sound bad right now, but I might not be willing to put up with what you willing to put up with.
You're not. You're a man. You're not.
But so we're not gonna go into the whole, the shit that we put women
We
through.
don't have to. We don't because we know. We know. We know. So I would never deny it. Any
Right.
woman that comes to me and asks me that shit, well, you could never do what I do to you. You're right. I'm not saying it's okay, but that's the way I made up.
Right.
Just like how women are made up a certain way, that they can't control their emotions sometimes, a lot of times. It's the way you're made up. And if I say that to a woman, get what? What's she gonna say? Shit. I mean, if you do that, if you say that to a woman, what's she gonna do? She gonna flip her hair back. I mean, shit.
Right.
Shit. I mean, shit. What you want me to say, cuz? I'm a woman. That's what she gonna say. I'm a motherfucking man, bro. No, I'm not going. Moving on.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No.
So here's this question. Most times when men get up, like when they get some money in their pocket, they always, whether they're doing it before it or not, a lot of them start to really entertain women that are not obtainable to them when they're down, or they go hard, far as in, for those same women that are not obtainable.
Reword the question, because so I can understand what you're saying.
So, for the most part, when men are down, so let me find the question. When men get up or get on their feet, they always go at the women that wasn't obtainable to them when they were down.
Okay. I think, but okay. I think it's about a confidence thing. It's a confidence thing, right? Like I think at the end of the day, most people, most men, they understand, the ballpark in which they should be as far as, courting a woman, or, trying to meet a woman, or trying to be involved with a woman, right? But society tells us, and even our pride, a lot of the times, and a lot of men, we attach that to the bankroll that we have. We do. Some, most, not all, but most, right? And it's like, all right, I got the bread, I got this, I got that. So yeah, I should be with the top-notch looking chick, quote unquote. Right? I mean, that's just how most people. That's society, man. That's how it goes. But why are we like that? Because
I would like to know.
you got to pay the cost to be the boss. When women want the boss, keyword pay. Secondary word cost.
Okay.
It pays cost to be the fucking boss.
True. Something you just said, it reminded me of something. I can't remember. It said something about, it was like, why do men think that they have to be financially stable to make a difference in women's life? And that's me paraphrasing. That's not exactly what it said, but I can't even find that shit.
It's a very simple answer. Because historically, men make more than women. Historically, women are taught that a man should take care of you if he wants what he wants, which goes back into what we talked about earlier as far as paying for pussy, but I won't go there. We already went there. So in our minds, it's beat in our minds that, hey, in order for us to have a woman, we have a woman, we're supposed to take care of them.
Right.
I mean, that's simple.
True. And these days you're gonna be broke anyway. That's the biggest what is it? That's the biggest way to put a man down or try to take his hit him in the pride or hit him low.
If a motherfucker was to ever tell me you're broke ass, I'm gonna laugh at him.
Me too.
Cause I'm gonna say, baby, you have no idea. You have no idea. I'm just smarter than the average bear.
And I'll be there. I don't have a problem with nobody thinking I'm broke.
That's what I'm telling you. They're cool.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. I'll be broke. No issues here with that. That's all.
For a motherfucker, if a motherfucker ever told me that I was a broke ass, because I'm not cashing out how they want me to, I would show a small printout of my portfolio, and at the end of it, I would write, "Suck a motherfucker,"
I'm with you.
with a smiley face.
Yeah, listen, I'm into letting them think what they want to think these days.
Mm-hmm.
Probably says, why do men feel like they have to be financially stable to start a family? What happened to building a foundation with the partner?
Hold on. Now, to start a family, and you're going to be the leader of the family, you like. This is what I think. I think you have to be. I think stable is one thing. Being stable is one thing. Now, I think in order to start a family, because automatically society tells us, hey, that you're supposed to take care of this woman, but morally, you have to take care of your children.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take care of your children.
If there's a bus about it.
So.
No, okay. Which was going to lead me to, you just said that was going to lead me to talk about somebody but I'm not going to talk about no deadbeat dads.
Let them live, partner.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to my baby Luna, grandbaby, but yeah, when she get looking long, man, I saw a picture of her legs. I'm like, man, this girl is
growing up.
And man, we'll turn around, she can be 10. I'm like, God.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. Your baby gonna be in college.
Hey, listen. Hey, doggy. Man. When I bought some school shoes today, man. I bought some school shoes today, so I tried my daughter, man. I'm like, yo. So I pulled up some more bullshit, some unicorn joints, right? Unicorn Vans, shit like that, right? She was like, yeah, nah. But what them Jordan 1s hit for, though? I chuckled. I chuckled. I said, okay, my baby growing up. Okay, all right. Now I know where we at. Before, I used to get mad because she wouldn't pick that shit out. Now she like, yeah, cuz run them J's, dog. Run them mics. It's over for the corn joints. She don't even know that it made me so happy that she wants me to spend the bread on that type of shit. She don't even, I'm a shoe. We are shoe guys, so at the end of the day, like, of course I'll buy you the fucking sneakers, duh. So,
yeah. So Passion was asking me, well, I asked her, did she need anything? She said, up here in New York, for us, the closest Walmart is in Jersey, and it's a hassle getting there, and then it's a hassle getting diapers, everything else. You know, I asked her, did she need anything? So she's like, you know, so if you want to send some diapers, you can. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So, you know, well, and let me know what size clothes you're wearing too. I think it's about time for a Tar Heel onesie. You know what I'm saying? She started laughing and she was like, yeah, I think TJ just said something about getting them a Cowboys one. I said, no. I don't even have no button for that. Well,
You smoke crack, don't you?
yeah.
You smoke crack, don't you?
You know how I felt about that shit. I was like, no. I'm not gonna force you to put a 49 or anything on it, but come on.
Yeah, it's certain things. It's so funny. It's certain things that are non-negotiable, right? Like at the end of the day, like me and Shonda, man, we came to it. Like, all right, like, you know, if you want him to you know fuck with the Saints or whatever, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
It is I got it. I understand. However,
Don't expect me to buy him no Saint shit, right?
one,
yeah,
and two, at the end of the day, if I'm giving you the Saints shit, I'm still gonna push the Panthers on him.
Mm-hmm.
But that purple and yellow shit, they call it gold, but it's really yellow. Like, don't have my son in that shit, okay?
Right.
Don't have my son in that shit. It's Carolina blue or die around this motherfucker. So that's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah. That was a non-negotiable. He's talking about you know, Cowboys. I get it though. I mean, South Carolina boy, they had some. I mean, most of them are Cowboys fans, more than likely. Whatever. All right, though. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, shout out to you, big dog, as always, man. For keeping this thing afloat, man. Shout out to my babies. Man, I feel like just yesterday I was telling you that they were about to come, and now in a couple of weeks, you know, my daughter get ready to go back home and start school. I got Adonis for a little while longer, man. I'll have him going into the fall and winter. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful for that. Shout out to my support system, man. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do and provide and try to you know, upgrade myself and provide for my family as a whole without my support system, man. And as always, mental health is real. Myself and Reggie may not be subject matter experts on the topic, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself and you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod on IG and Facebook, or our individual IGs and Facebook. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Yep, I appreciate it, dog, and shout out to you as well. I'd like to thank everybody that rock with us, that continue to tune in and watch us. You know, I love the comments, the feedback, and just like I say every week, just, you know, listen to us. Shout out to my family, my babies, and just, you know, anybody that supports, because I got a lot of support from outside of family and my babies too. So
yeah, already.
You know, appreciate everybody. That's all I got, man.
Already, man.
As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know who it is. Dre, Reg. We will see y'all next week. We are out of here.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.